So I'm going to do a little attempt at comedy right now. So today was my last day at my job. It's empowering. It only took 2 years of being miserable to get to this place. And I start a new job tomorrow that I'm excited about, but I don't think it's going to be my true calling, because I was on a plane recently, which is like a fun mode of transportation other than walking or a broken subway. And they were playing these promo videos on repeat of these like beautiful resorts and vacation packages that you can go on through the airline. And it got me wondering, like, who are these people booking these sweet ass gigs where they're paid to pretend they're on vacation? And why am I not one of those people? So if I ever happen to get in the room with the people who book these gigs, not sure if it's like a talent agent or a travel agent, these would be my selling points. 1, I am really good at almost eating one bite of sushi. It's actually my favorite meal. 2, I am excellent at receiving a massage from a faceless set of hands. That's how I prefer it. 3, I am just stellar at smiling while ziplining through an impoverished country such as Haiti. And I actually did that once on a family cruise. 4, I am just top-notch at learning how to snorkel for the first time over and over and over again. And 5, I am just the absolute best at convincing potential customers that, no, I didn't choose snorkeling because I pussied out on deep-sea diving with my kids. Snorkeling is a respectable water sport, and I will go down dying with that. So I'm pretty ethnically ambiguous looking. People are always trying to guess what I am. But for the record, I am Syrian, or according to my all-white Catholic elementary school, a terrorist. Post 9/11 puberty was fun. It was me and a couple other Middle Eastern kids in the class, and some of our peers thought it would be like real chill and not scarring to casually call us terrorists, which I thought was like kind of a loaded statement, given that like I didn't even know my period was my period when I got it, because blood does not look like that. And also I was wondering, like, what kinds of terrorism could we have possibly committed at the tender age of 13, which is just 1 year prior to me being voted most stressed out as my 8th grade superlative. But I actually came up with some things that I did, and I'm just glad this is being recorded for government purposes and nothing else, because I'm here to admit the truth. So I would be guilty for 500 counts of terrorism against instant messenger bot Smarter Child for harassing it with questions such as, hey, Smarter Child, do you ever put your penis in a pie, like an American Pie? Or, hey, Smarter Child, I bet your boobs smell like poop, which isn't even a question. It's just a poorly worded insult. Next, I would be guilty of terrorizing people with my friendship. I had a best friend who I felt was drifting apart from me, so I decided to give her a little friendship package that I left in her locker, which simply put is a unmarked brown paper bag with a Judy Blume book inside and a couple butterfly clips I didn't want. The Judy Blume book had 3 girls on the cover, so I put a Post-it on it and I wrote, like, this is me, this is you, and this is Biche, who's putting a wedge in between our friendship. She didn't really get the message. She was like, so do I keep the book? And I was like, no, bitch, it's symbolism. And I took the book back from her. I don't know why I lost so many best friends over the years. And lastly, I was third wheel on 2 separate first dates to see the Brittany Murphy and Ashton Kutcher film Just Married in theaters. So as far as I know, that's an act of self-terrorism. So I was a pretty weird child growing up, like a major germaphobe, to the point where for almost a decade I wouldn't fully sit on a toilet. And I'm not just talking about like public places or even friends' houses. I'm talking about like the home where I was raised in. Like if I had to pee, I would squat. And if I had to poop, I would put toilet paper down. And my justification for this was, I don't want to kiss butts with my dad. Think about it. But cut to me now, I put dicks in my mouth by choice. More specifically, the dick of the man I love, which is even more disgusting. But like, how did I make such an accelerated journey? Like, where's the middle ground on that? Like, how did I go from like not being able to properly use a toilet in the home I was potty trained in to being like, oh, sir, is that the thing you pee out of? Yeah, sure, put it in the place I eat food out of. That seems like a proper storage container. Like, what does that graph look like? Probably a boner. So this next part of my set is dedicated to 90s R&B and hip hop music because I felt it was appropriate. We're at Paste Magazine. I'm looking out into a sea of mostly white people. It's a perfect match. So I miss Aaliyah, but I realize I'm not doing enough to miss Aaliyah. And this came about when I had tweeted a dumb joke that was a little factual for me. Just found out that Aaliyah's Rock the Boat isn't a song about boats, frowny face. It's about sex. And a couple of her fan accounts retweeted me, and including one whose whole agenda is to get Aaliyah her own MAC Cosmetics line post-mortem. You know, like how Tupac released a NARS line. And like it was very intense. Like there was a change.org petition with a bunch of signatures. Change.org, for those of you that don't know, it's like that website that says like, oh, my brother's cousin's dog's wife got ran over by ISIS, but please sign this petition to get a Whole Foods in Jersey City. But it was like very intense, and I also thought it was like kind of an unusual way to commemorate Aaliyah. Like, let's not remember our fallen princess of R&B for her hit single, Are You That Somebody, that was featured on the Dr. Dolittle soundtrack, but rather for the metallic mocha lipstick and green eyeshadow she donned in that video. The most intriguing part about all of this is that there was some major drama associated with these social media accounts, and I'm gonna read you some like very real tweets about like the shit that went down on the Aaliyah for Mac Twitter and Instagram. Hashtag Aaliyah for Mac. We are under new administration. I am sorry to anyone that was offended by a past member's actions. I just want peace. Hashtag Aaliyah. Let's go to the Instagram. Hashtag Aaliyah for Mac. We want to apologize for a past member's post. We are under new administration and now moving forward because it's all about Aaliyah Dana Houghton. Didn't know that was the rest of her name. Please do not pester any of those accounts previously mentioned. They are in support. If you don't know what we're talking about, don't worry. We just want peace and to campaign to get this for her legacy. Thank you, AFM. And there's like a bunch of hashtags. What went down here? Like, what like fucked up thing did someone who was like in charge of these social media accounts like put out in the like social media verse? Like, was someone like, you know what? I don't think Aaliyah should have her own MAC Cosmetics line until Lisa Left Eye Lopez has her own brand of eyeliners. Or like, yeah, you know what? I know Ashanti's not dead, but she should probably have her own like MAC line to honor her career. I've been like troubled by this ever since I came across it, and I've now dedicated my whole life to uncovering this mystery, which is why I'm not applying to grad school, Mom. Sorry, a little busy. So you know the beginning of Notorious B.I.G.'s Juicy, where he's like, this album is dedicated to all the teachers out there who told me I would never amount to nothing. I feel like that could really apply to my life today. Except I was a really good student. I was in all honors classes. So I'd probably, like the teachers expected me to go on to do great things. So I'd have to revise the lyrics to be like, this free bar basement improv show is dedicated to all the teachers out there who told me I would definitely amount to something. Proving you're wrong, Miss Atkinson. So I'd just like to end my set with like one quick controversial opinion to like get as many haters in one fell swoop as I can. And here it is. I don't give a fuck about saving the bees. And I know that's like as offensive to say as like, you know, being pro-life or like openly admitting to liking Paul McCartney's Wonderful Christmas Time. But you know what? Like, yeah, I'm pro-choice, but I do like that song. And like bees, I can live without them. Like honey, I'll just use whatever artificial shit they use in Honey Bunches of Oats. Like, Burt's Bees chapstick? Nah, it doesn't work. This isn't lipstick, it's blood. So, to end my set, fuck the bees. Don't tell me what to do with my body, and don't tell me what to do with my iPhone music library. That's me. I'm gonna introduce the next guest. Also, thank you, Paste, for like letting me do this shit.